old, gentle, curious philosopher, opening the night, the art of not knowing, the gentle beginning. The art of not knowing. Tonight, there is nothing you need to do, nothing waiting for your decision, nothing expecting effort. The day has already done enough. Now, there is only this moment, quiet, soft, unfolding slowly. You are allowed to rest here. Long before humans learned to measure time, before minutes and hours, before deadlines and alarms, people gathered at night and listened. They listened to fire, to wind, to distant animals, to their own breathing. They did not try to understand everything. They trusted the dark. Tonight, you can trust it too. Let your body become heavy. Let the surface beneath you hold your weight. You do not need to hold yourself together. The universe has been doing that for a very long time. Long before science had a name, humans wondered. They looked up and felt small and strangely safe, not because they had answers, but because they felt included. The stars did not judge them. The night did not demand productivity. It simply existed, and that was enough. Tonight, I will not explain things to you. I will not guide you toward conclusions. I will simply speak, slowly, gently, like an old philosopher whose voice has softened with age, like a grandmother telling stories that do not need endings. If sleep comes, let it come. If it does not, that is also fine. There is no failure here, only listening, only being. There was a time when not knowing was considered wisdom. The earliest thinkers did not rush toward certainty. They respected mystery. They believed that some truths were too large to be held tightly. Socrates, an old man with tired eyes, walked slowly through noisy streets. When people asked him what he knew, he smiled and said, "I know only this, that I do not know." This made people uncomfortable, because certainty feels safe, even when it is wrong. Not knowing requires courage. It requires humility. Science itself, the great structure of human understanding, was born from admitting something does not make sense. Before every discovery, there is a pause, a moment of confusion, a moment of silence. The universe seems to like silence. It speaks most clearly when we stop interrupting. Even now, as you lie here, your body understands this. Your heart beats without instruction. Your lungs breathe without permission. Your digestion continues. Your cells repair. Your blood moves. You do not manage life. You participate in it. Modern life teaches us to fill every gap. Noise, screens, voices, constant explanation. But silence is where understanding rests. Not answers, but peace. The ancient Greeks used the word aletheia. It meant uncovering. Truth was not something you created. It was something that appeared when you stopped covering it. Sleep works the same way. You cannot force sleep. You prepare, and it arrives. The mind, like the universe, does not respond to force. It responds to kindness. Tonight, be kind to your mind. Let thoughts come and go. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to solve them. They are like clouds, passing, changing, temporary. There is something in you that notices them, that quiet watcher. It does not hurry. It does not panic. It simply observes. Philosophers have argued about this for thousands of years. What is the watcher? Is it the brain? Is it consciousness? Is it something else? But tonight, you do not need to decide. Wonder is enough. Every night, your consciousness practices letting go. Thoughts loosen. Identity softens. Time begins to blur. This is not weakness, it is wisdom. If death is a mystery, sleep is its gentle cousin, not frightening, not final, just a return. Old cultures understood this. They did not fear sleep. They welcomed it. They trusted the night. They believed that darkness was not absence. It was rest. Even the universe rests. Stars burn quietly. Galaxies drift slowly. Nothing rushes. Nothing demands. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. As your breathing slows, notice how little effort it takes. In and out. In and out. The universe breathes too. Expansion and contraction. Birth and return. Everything moves in gentle rhythms. Nothing stays rigid forever. Even mountains soften. Even stars fade. Change is not an enemy. It is the way things remain alive. Tonight, you do not need to resist change. You can let go, just a little. As you listen, your need to understand can soften. The words do not need to be remembered. They can wash over you, like distant rain, like waves heard from far away. Your only task is not to try. Rest does not require effort. The universe has been doing this long before you were born. It knows how. You are safe. You are held. Nothing is required. And as the night deepens, we will continue. Slowly, gently, without urgency. When time softens, before clocks and after thought, the long, slow drift. Now that the night has settled, we can move even more slowly. There is no need to follow each sentence. You can listen or not listen. Both are fine. The words are here only to keep you company. Long before clocks existed, time was not something people owned. It was not measured, not divided, not chased. Time was felt. Morning arrived when light returned. Night arrived when darkness came back. No one hurried the sun. No one asked the stars to move faster. They trusted the rhythm. Modern science tells us that time is not as solid as it feels. It bends, it stretches, it slows. Near great mass, time moves differently. Near great speed, time nearly stops. The universe does not experience time the way the human mind does. Time belongs to experience. When nothing changes, time disappears. This is why deep sleep feels timeless. Hours pass like a single breath. As you rest now, time begins to loosen its grip. Minutes stop asking for attention. The mind releases its schedule. There is nowhere else to be. Before the universe had stars, before light traveled freely, there was no clock, no ticking, no waiting. Space and time were born together, not as separate things, but as one fabric. When scientists speak of the beginning, they speak carefully, because before the beginning has no meaning. There was no before, only emergence, only unfolding. This can feel strange to the mind. The mind likes sequence, first this, then that. But the universe is more patient. It allows things to exist without labels, without urgency. When you dream, time becomes flexible. Scenes change instantly. Years pass in moments. This is not a flaw, it is a clue. Time may not be a river. It may be a lens, a way the mind organizes change. Tonight, you can loosen that lens. Let moments blur. Let seconds melt. Nothing important will be missed. The body knows when to wake. Sleep is intelligent. It does not need supervision. As you breathe, notice the pause between breaths. That pause has no duration. It simply is. That pause is closer to the universe than any clock. Ancient philosophers sensed this. They spoke of eternity not as endless time, but as timeless presence, a state where nothing is lacking, where nothing rushes. You touch this state every night, in deep rest, in still awareness. You do not need to stay awake to understand it. Understanding is not required, only allowing. As the night continues, thoughts may return, plans, memories, small worries. You do not need to push them away. Let them drift, like leaves on slow water. They pass on their own. The universe does not cling. Stars are born and fade. Galaxies collide and reform. Nothing holds itself forever. And yet, nothing is wasted. Energy changes form. Matter rearranges. The universe remembers without holding on. You can do the same. There is no need to carry today into tomorrow. Rest is not forgetting, it is resetting. As your breathing deepens, notice how the body settles downward. Muscles soften, the jaw loosens, the eyes rest. Gravity does the work. You are allowed to sink. There is something comforting about not moving, about letting the world continue without you for a while. It always does. The universe does not require your vigilance. It turns and expands and evolves, whether you watch or sleep. This can be a relief. You do not need to keep reality together. You never did. As the night grows quieter, the words can grow softer. They do not need to be clear. They do not need to be followed. They are like distant echoes, repeating gently. Time is slowing. Nothing is urgent. You are safe. Time is slowing. Nothing is urgent. You are safe. The rhythm continues, breath after breath, moment after moment, without effort, without demand. And if sleep deepens, let it. If awareness remains, let it. Both belong to the night.